It's Sunday, March 24th, 2024. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. We have a lot to talk about. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. If you like the channel, you don't like the channel, if you want to support the channel, give it a like, share it, subscribe. Let's continue to wake people up. We are really heading into some very, very serious times. And I personally believe that some very serious events are about ready to set off. And we have been preparing for years, like many of you. And if you are new to this channel, if you are not prepared, you need to be preparing immediately. And just a few things today. I was reading some things. I was thinking about a few things. I'm going to make another food purchase today, another emergency food purchase, just to add a little bit, just to top off a little bit. So I'm going to look at some of the food companies. I've noticed that some of the companies are offering some pretty big sales right now. If you have any recommendations, comment down below. I'll take a look at them. But I'm looking to do, maybe add another 4 weeks of food to the supply. Look, we have got to be prepared for anything at this point. Natural disasters, attacks on this country, civil unrest, criminal activity, war, things of that nature. Anything now is possible in 2024. Anything is possible. A combination of these events could occur at the same time. So just thinking a little bit outside of the box today, maybe it's a good idea to, maybe just add a little bit more food. We're going to get out, do a little training this weekend. I will put that on Rumble as long as the weather holds. We've got serious wind today, another storm coming in. It's unbelievable, the weather we've been having this year, but we're going to try to get out this weekend. But just some of the things, off the top of my head would be, have a bug out bag. Have it, packed up, with some food, some water, some cash, some security, things of that nature, flashlight, knife, all that. But, what are some of the things? Water, food, flashlights, batteries that you're going to need. Maybe a radio, tools, course, security, and cash, as I said. And, it's a good idea if you could have most of this in a bag ready to go in case you have to exit your house. But that's a decision that we will all have to make. Do we go somewhere? Do we have anywhere to go? Do we leave the house? Do we stay at the house? What do we do? It all depends on the scenario. Maybe it's a good idea to invest in a tent. So if you had to get out of town, having a tent, having some sleeping bags might be a good idea. Have supplies at home. I have supplies at home. I also have more supplies at a storage unit with more food, more gear that is climate controlled. So I think it's a good idea to spread out supplies, just like maybe assets. Don't keep them all at your house. Don't keep them all at one place. Spread it out if you can. If you have the means to do it, spread it out. Just have it in a place that you can get to. Make sure that your vehicle is ready to go. Brakes are good, battery's good, you got gas in it, the oil's good, tire pressure is good, all that stuff. And then we had to, another thing that I speak of daily is self-defense. Do you have a good knife? Do you have, do you have a boomstick? Make sure you have the proper tools. Do you have self-defense training, which I think is so important right now. Pepper spray, things of that nature, all good things to have right now. You may not have to use lethal force. Maybe a stun gun, maybe pepper spray, maybe a baton. These are all things that I think we should all be adding to the toolbox. First aid kit and tourniquet. So important to have those things in your toolbox. I bring this up because we're watching things over in Eastern Europe really begin to heat up. Right here, major alert as Putin fires Russian cruise missile over NATO territory for 39 seconds. I believe that was Poland. Growing concern over escalation of the Ukraine war. There is going to be some type of retaliation for what happened at that movie theater. And, how deep this thing goes, it's anybody's guess. But I don't believe the Russians are going to talk too much about it. I believe they're going to take action. Be prepared for anything right here, America. With what's happening over in Taiwan, what's happening over in Ukraine, what's happening in Haiti, be prepared for anything to happen now in America. And I would watch out for cyber attacks, especially water treatment centers, sewage control centers, the financial system, communications, the internet, you name it. We are very, very vulnerable. Anything is possible. So we're really living in very uncertain times. And we are not going to be able to control any of this. In fact, I think it's going to get more out of control. So as it does, it's a reminder today to all of you to continue preparations, food, water, cash, barterable items, your training. Make sure that you're continuing to add skills, that you're on top of your game, that you're getting in better shape, you're walking close to God. Because I really feel, and I don't have a crystal ball, but I just have a gut feeling that we're going to see some really big events breaking out here in America, and really at the worst possible time, because people are so financially broken right now and unprepared for what's about to happen. And just imagine when people get hungry in this country, what you're going to see. I cannot reiterate that enough. Shifting gears here a little bit. This coming from the AP. They've had enough. Chicago voters reject mansion tax that would have been used for homeless services. So they wanted to tax homes, and I don't know, it didn't say how much the tax would be. Would it be 2%, 5%, 10%? I don't know. But any home in Chicago that would sell for over $1 million, there's going to be an added tax, like the one that they did in Los Angeles, the mansion tax out here. You would have to pay 4% on a home over $5 million and 5% on a home over $10 million. So it was supposed to go to help the homeless, but I see more homeless than ever in Los Angeles. So either they're not selling a lot of mansions, or the money is just being siphoned and going somewhere else. But another question, coming originally from Chicago, you look at Chicago being one of the highest tax cities in America. Where's all that tax money going? That now they have to add a mansion tax, or attempt to add a mansion tax to people selling their homes. Where's all the other tax money? They have some of the highest property taxes in the country. Where is all the money going? It is unbelievable what is happening in this country. Here's another one. Dollar Tree raising some prices to $7 as six-figure earners flock to the discount store. So again, we're told every day that the consumer is resilient, the economy is booming, everything's great, but now we have people making over $100,000 shopping at Dollar Tree. And nothing at Dollar Tree literally is even $1 anymore. Prices to $7. And yet we're being told that inflation's going down. Where's all the relief? I don't see it. You can't even get a break now at these dollar stores because nothing is $1. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Absolutely shocking what we're seeing every day in America. People want good news. What's the good news? If you have some good news, please share it with us, because if you're looking at world events like I am, if you're looking at the real economy, where's the good news? Where's the light at the end of the tunnel? The light at the end of the tunnel is a locomotive heading straight to you, head on. That's the light at the end of the tunnel, and you better be prepared. Owner of Circle K stores reports steep profit drop, blames headwinds, especially in the U.S. 7,000 Circle K stores in America, which are owned by Couche-Tard. It's the first time they saw a drop in more than a decade. And in the article, it says 7-Eleven was even worse. This is how bad it is. And, when you go into one of these stores like a 7-Eleven or a Circle K, take a look at the price of a candy bar. What is it, $1.80, $1.85, maybe $2 now for a candy bar? People just can't do this any longer. And then, some of these stores obviously sell gasoline. Gas prices are really creeping up. I put some gas in the car the other day at one of the cheapest stations out here, an Arco station, and I paid $4, almost $4.70, almost $4.70. Mobile was $5.19. This is for regular. So we are at many of the gas stations out here. They're already over $5 for regular, and Arco at $4.70, and we're not even in summer yet. So expect gas prices to go up, and that means everything on the shelves is going to go up too. I don't see where inflation is going down, and I certainly don't see how the Fed is going to be cutting rates. Chrysler recalls 286,000 vehicles over airbag concerns. Certain Dodge Chargers and Chrysler 300 models, the side airbag inflators could rupture, which could hurt or even kill the passenger or driver of these cars. That is unbelievable. And it literally every week I'm seeing these recalls on vehicles. This has been going on for years. Almost every week. It's not just, 5,000, 10,000 or 20,000 vehicles. It's hundreds of thousands of vehicles at a time. So here's another 286,000 vehicles with a very major concern. What is going on with the quality control here in America? We have airplanes flying around, wheels fall off, doors fall off, engines fall off, fires just ignite. We have vehicles that, airbags could possibly go off and, kill you or injure you. Or either this part doesn't work or this part doesn't work. It's unbelievable. We've had millions upon millions of vehicles recalled over the last few years. Again, what is happening to the quality of these products? Most of these products, as you all know, are not made in America. They're assembled in America. And, we can look at cars and trucks and look at the quality going down. We can also look at the quality of food that is going down. In this article right here from the New York Post, Chick-Fil-A announces that it will no longer serve antibiotic-free chicken. And every once in a while, I will hit a Chick-fil-A. But I think this is it for me. I think that there will be no more Chick-fil-A for me now that they're going to be serving chicken with antibiotics in it. When it was antibiotic free, I didn't feel so bad. Not saying it was the healthiest, best choice, but every once in a while you got to treat yourself. And every once in a while I enjoy a chicken sandwich. I think this is it for me. I think this is it for me. And, I will give credit to a lot of you who told me to, don't go out to eat as much, don't go through the drive-thrus. I've really, really cut back. I want to let all of you know, because a lot of you called me out. I'm not saying I'm never going through a drive-thru or that I don't go through drive-thrus now and then. I do, but I've really, really cut it down. Another thing that I've really cut down is I love coffee. And I used to go to McDonald's almost daily to have an iced coffee. And every once in a while I'll get a hot coffee. I've cut that out completely. Again, thanks to many of you. I've got my own coffee maker. I just take the capsules. I can make a latte. I can just make a coffee, ice, hot, whatever I want, for 50 cents a cup versus $3 for an iced coffee at McDonald's, or $2.50 for a hot coffee, or Dutch Brothers, $5 every once in a while. I'll hit a Dutch Brothers. But I have not been to any of these places for at least a month now, because I have my Keurig coffee maker, which I just buy the capsules at Costco, which makes it really, really affordable. And I'm just doing my own coffee. It's better. I get a higher quality coffee. I can do it whenever I want. So, thanks for holding me accountable, because it really made me think. So I've cut out a lot of the food going out, although I do every once in a while. And I've cut out coffee literally 99%. I haven't even bought a coffee at a drive-thru in a month. And so I'm really happy just making my own coffee. So thank you for that. I'm just trying to walk the walk like many of you, doing the best that I can. Not perfect. I like a little fast food now and then. I like some junk food now and then. But I'm really hitting the workouts, and I'm really sticking to it. I've been sticking to it for a couple years, and it feels good. But I'm going to really turn it up a notch here as we head into summer, and I'm going to try to clean up the diet a little bit more. Here's another one today coming from The Hedge. It's titled, China Behind Superhighway That Targets U.S. with Mass Migration, Economic Warfare. I'll just give you some of the highlights here. If you get a minute, check out the article. But it says, China is finishing the road into the Darien Gap. This will be a huge loss for America, a huge win for China. They're cutting 4 miles into the Darien jungle at a cost of $42 million. This leaves 55 miles to finish the Pan-American Highway known as Highway 1. It will stretch 18,000 miles from Alaska to Argentina. The CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, to utilize the BRI, Belt and Road Initiative, to amass power and influence at the expense of the world's democracies, says General Laura Richardson's. That's a serious warning right there. The Darien Gap by land is similar to the Panama Canal by sea. They're preparing for an invasion, I believe, into Taiwan, and they're prepared for retaliation by the U.S. And if there is problems in the Panama Canal, guess what? They have Highway 1. And just think how many people now, well, not now, but once it's completed, can just literally drive right to America. It's going to be absolutely incredible what is going on, and we have no idea what China is doing in South America, Central America, Mexico. They're all over the place. Huge influence, spending tons of money. They're spending all that U.S. monopoly money in buying assets. They're mining, they're drilling, they're producing products, they're building highways, superhighways. They've got political influence. They're mining precious metals, lithium. It's unbelievable what China is doing, and we're here in America, and we have no leadership. The country's out of control, crime rampant, infrastructure falling apart, and China is all over the world, cutting deals and building the world. So while we sit here and there's no solution, we can't even deal with what's happening at our border. We can't even get a light bulb changed on our city lights. Nothing. There's so much bureaucracy, so much red tape, so much division. And while this is taking place, China is going around the world, becoming more powerful, more influential. And their economy is going to continue to grow. Even though they're going to tell us how bad their economy is, it's not stopping them from taking over the world. So, as I leave you today, I'm just absolutely baffled with everything that is going on. Even more baffled how people just don't even really care. They have no concern. Like I said yesterday, the Titanic is sinking. It's taking on water, and people are too arrogant and too lazy to do anything about it. But you can bet when they get hungry, they're going to come to your house. They're going to knock on your door and ask for help. And when you don't give them that help, they're going to try to kick your door in and take what you have. So be aware of that. Be very, very prepared. You're going to have to make some serious decisions, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope that you're getting in the mental mindset that tough times are coming and you're going to have to become a much tougher person. We are a very fragile nation. We've been very soft, lazy. We've been very entitled, and we've taken a lot for granted. And when tough times come to America, we're going to be very, very unprepared to deal with them. There will be people out there prepared to deal with it, but very few. And I'm warning all of you today to get ready. I pray to God none of this ever happens, but take a look at what is happening right now. Take a look at what's happening across the globe. Take a look at what's happening to your bank accounts, your paychecks, your standard of living. Take a look at your utility bills. Take a look at your freedom. Take a look at what is really going on. Take a look at the morality of this country right now and tell me that you think we're in a good place. How about the morale of this country? 78% of the people in this country are working paycheck to paycheck. We got nearly a million people living homeless in this country. Jails are packed. Crime is rampant. Nothing's being done. It's completely lawless. And, you know, at any point you could be a victim. I hope that you're all choosing not to be a victim, that you're your own central bank, you're your own security task force, your own security detail, call it whatever you may, that you are going to be responsible for you. This is the time to be as self-sufficient and independent that you can humanly be. This is the time right now to do it. Get out of the system, detach from the system, and be an independent human being. Start thinking for yourself. Be your own bank. Be able to handle your own business. Be able to protect your own family, because nobody's going to do it for you. God bless all of you. Have a great Sunday. Like, share, subscribe. Look forward to speaking with all of you soon.